So here's my vacuum bag set up for pressing longboards. It even on its best day, it leaks half its pressure in a few hours, which isn't bad, but when it takes 12 to 24 hours to press something, that's a lot of babysitting. I have to keep coming out here and checking things, sometimes waking up in the middle of the night so I don't have to, lose a whole skateboard. So I looked up on YouTube for any ideas on how to build a pressure regulator from scratch. I'm surprised that nobody had ever done it, not that I could find. People had assembled parts to make vacuum regulators, but nobody had built one from scratch. So I kind of did some brainstorming during a trip to the store today, and found the parts laying around that I would need to do it. Threw it together, and it actually works. So right now everything's on and running. It's under vacuum pressure, and I purposely put a leak in the system so that we won't have to wait hours. So you can see we're a little under 20 Hg right now, which is still a lot of vacuum pressure, so it's not an issue. At this pressure, everything would be good. But when it drops to the minimum, which is meaning that when that little bladder starts to come out because it's losing vacuum pressure, this rod moves through the guide and it pushes on this switch here. When it does that, it sends power to a latching relay that I made. So this is just a regular 12-volt auto relay. Normally when you put power to the coil, it'll open or close contacts, which energize this 120-volt relay, which powers the pump. But I've done something a little different with this relay. I put a feedback loop in it, making it a latching relay. So not only does it send power over here when it's energized, but it actually sends power to itself, which after it does that, and this pump kicks on, which just happened, this starts to pull the rod inward, which lets power off of this. Normally the pump would shut off and it would just keep cycling too quickly. To prevent that, I made this a latching relay. So even though we lose the circuit here, as soon as this moves a little bit, the pump will continue to run because this relay has latched in the closed position. What it takes to shut that off is when this rod gets sucked in enough to trip this switch. I have this one set up for normally closed, so the circuit will run until the rod comes back and pushes it. When it pushes it, it actually opens the circuit. It's opening the feedback loop on this latching relay, which kills power to it, and then the pump shuts off. You can see that I got almost 25 Hg. I had over 25 Hg of pressure when the pump shut off. But since I've got such a leak in the bag right now, for demonstration purposes, it's already dropped. So within a few seconds, or normally it'd be hours, but once it loses enough of its pressure, it'll kick back on again. Even with this big leak that I've created, my pump isn't on long enough to get very hot. So this is great. Hot glue, some wood, piece of a bicycle inner tube, PVC pipe, couple of 12-volt relays, micro switches, an old extension cord, and that's it. Now my vacuum press is automated. No more babysitting. See if I can get it to kick on one more time before I end this video. And there it goes. Got down to 15 HG, which is double what I need. This can easily be tweaked, fine-tuned, just by bending the rod and the switches in either direction will make it more sensitive or less sensitive. This is awesome. I'm actually going to use this. This isn't just me playing around. This is actually going to be useful. Alright, thanks for watching.